And this is the strong twins. And that's to the fullback. That is intercepted. Is that a Quentin Shine? He's out to the 10. Crosses Hollywood Boulevard. Touchdown. Shine in the Swarm. My goodness. What a play by this outstanding linebacker. And if I'm not mistaken, T-Roy, he was Defensive Player of the Year. Is that correct?
I believe you're correct, and he would be doing that because of plays like this. That's the second straight time number 44 was given the chance to make a play, and that's the second straight time he failed. Shine was able to shine on with that pick six.
We'll see here. They're in a 5-wide empty shotgun look. Peppers under a little bit of pressure, throws a corner route, and it is complete.
Wow.
Killian's got a little bit of room. He's going to break a tackle. He's going to take it down to the 20, to the 10, 5, touchdown. What a play by Brett Killian on a corner route. A beautiful ball by Tom Pepper, placing it right on the sideline. He catches it, tiptoes, stays in bounds, jets up the field, and outruns the entire Chicago defense to put Vancouver up 34-3 here in the fourth quarter. Ramos, take it away.
Man, it looked like when you're playing like Mario Kart, or you play like Crash Team Racing and you pick up one of those speed boosters, because it seems that it was going to be just like a 20-yard play, but he took it all the distance, and that's an incredible breakaway burst.
Right now. Huge opportunity. It's thrown away. Literally. Seal hands the ball off to Zulu. All sorts of running room, crossing midfield, and he is gone. 20-15-10-5 touchdown. Ogun Zulu, his first rushing touchdown of the season.
Wow, the shotgun draw works.
It can be done.
Every 150,000 plays, it does work, folks. So I was wrong.
More points off turnovers for the Sharks.
Look at this spin by Zulu. Whoop. See you later. He spun, and that was just great blocking. No one for days.
Matt, this game has had so many big plays. I think that this week's top 10 plays is just going to be the highlight reel from tonight's game. Third down and 3, I formation. Seal to throw into quadruple coverage.
Whoa.
How is that not? It is picked.
Oh,
there we go. After 5 defenders get their hand on it, that one finally hauled in by B.J. Armstrong with his first interception on the season.
Armstrong saving the day for the Denver Nightwings. I'm not sure about that formation. Look at Armstrong come all the way across the field there, reach down, grab it, and now Denver has got their chance back.
He's putting it right where the defender can't get it.
He's looking left towards the end zone. That pass is going to be caught, and it is. It's going to be a touchdown for the Renegades.
And another terrific dime by Nickens. And a throw to Tiberius Bovine, probably his favorite target. They've been working at this for a long time, and that's going to result in another OKC touchdown. And that was actually a one-handed catch, and we might see that on the top 10 plays.
3rd and 11. Throws a fade up to the top of the field. That pass is intercepted by Carolina. He's off to the races. He's now going to cross midfield.
Oh, he's
gone. Hollywood going to catch him? No, what a big block. That should be Squall's block of the game. And it's a touchdown for 6 as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard. And the Skyhawks are on the board to tie this game up right before the half with 23 seconds remaining. And give credit to the INT for the none other than Johnny Savage, also the defensive coordinator of this team. The rookie came to play tonight.
First one back in the backfield, offset look. And it's going to be a trap play up the middle. Nice little juke move by Sanchez. He's got a ton of room and a ton of blockers, and they're going to take it to the house. And that's going to put Vancouver up 20-3 over the Chicago Wildcats. And that is a commanding lead. Ramos.
Man, he looked like Barry Sanders on that one, like kind of like a step back move. You don't see that very often for a big back like Sanchez, but hopefully we get gonna get the angle. Look at that. Oh, goodness.
Mitchell changes the play. Mitchell plenty of time to the end zone. Is it caught? Yes, it is. It's caught for a touchdown. The referee's arms didn't go up right away, but now, put it on the board, the green and gold are back in this game. It's Nick Finch again.
Well, just look at this great acrobatic catch. This is all him, by himself. Slides in like it's baseball, and he's safe. But
did he get the foot in bounds? Oh, I think he's in. The back foot definitely dragging there. We have a stood play. Our average field position for London pending the return. And here is the return, and a tackle broken down the sideline. One man to beat, and he beats him down the line. There he goes. It's going to be a return touchdown. Put it on the board. London extends the lead again. Jeff Belinishin takes it to the house.
Well, we won't need to know how London was going to come out because they came out firing on the return. Here's Belinishin with all the blocks in the world. The whole just slew of knights clearing the path for him. Down the sidelines, just pushing through. Ran into his blocker there, but no one was going to stop him on this touchdown crusade.
It's been the top target. 3 catches, 46 yards on 4 targets. Christensen to throw against a 4-man rush. Christensen is in trouble. Got it away. Ball pops middle. Oh, it's been intercepted. Unbelievable play. That's got to be number 1 this week. And we just got started. Touchdown, Alaska. I can't believe it.
Pick your jaws off the carpet, folks. You just saw the number 1 play of the week, and this is the first game of week 3. An amazing play as God got me all flustered here. Christensen hits hit and he throws the ball. It pops straight up in the air. And number 54 for Alaska. And this net gets the ball off the interception basically and runs it in.
And so if you missed my intro, welcome to the SFL Mothership, and this is the SFL Blitz. We've got 5 games going on across the league, and we start in Atlanta, where the Atlanta Swarm are in Mexico City territory. Let's take you there.
Rookie cornerback says no thank you, and Dags and Falco getting into it a little bit out there after the play.
It just seems like what occurred there was that he just threw it a little underneath and threw it right at the coverage, the soft cover 2 that was set there. Just had a good read on it and batted the ball away.
Important 3rd and 10 here, right at the edge of field goal range from the Mexico City 38, 5 wide. Dunhill takes the snap, back to pass, plenty of time, throws to the near side. It's caught at a first down to the 21-yard line. They tried to go to Siege Falco twice with no success, and on the 3rd time, he hits his mark.
This is why they call it siege and destroy right here on 3rd down. It's what you need to do to take the possession into the red zone.
Just on the edge of the red zone of the 21-yard line, and it just showed a little bit of the speed of Siege Falco there. Ran away from both Han Tayumi and Nick Dags in coverage, and they'll go back to a little bit of a more standard formation here. 1st and 10 at the 21. A receiver each side. Hollywood in the backfield. Dunhill back to throw. Throws over the middle into the soft zone. First down, and breaking a tackle and grabbing the first down to the 9-yard line. Great play there. Big play by Todd Crott, the tight end. Or Todd Knott, I should say.
Well, he definitely had the defense in knots there, jumping over a defender, making him look silly out there.
We don't want to miss the kickoff in Vegas. And we'll jump back to it momentarily.
Mexico City 9-yard line, 1st and goal. Dunhill pressured, steps into the pocket, throws to the end zone, and it's almost intercepted. It was that man again that knocked it away. Jack Brown actually getting his first involvement as I mess up some numbers.
Let's just see right here. Just once again undersells his receiver and just throws it right into the teeth of the coverage right there.
Looking for Falco again, and that's what you want out of a player like Jack Brown, an all-star championship linebacker. They need to be able to cover the pass as well, and he did that one brilliantly. 2nd and goal from the Mexico City 9. Dunhill changes the play. Heavy set left side, but he's going to pass. Dunhill throws far side, pass complete to Boo Chisholm, and he'll only get 3 yards down to the 6-yard line before he is run out of bounds by Fran Ogawa, who makes his first tackle of the game.
But when you invest in tight ends like they do, you do know that all these heavy sets can now be thrown out of. So Mexico City's really got to watch whether they're going to come with the run or the pass when they set up in the Maryland eye like that.
Can the Mexico City defense hold in the red zone? 3rd down and goal from the 6. 6.5 minutes to play, first quarter. Dunhill with 3 receivers left, single right, gonna hand it off to Hollywood, who spins and gets down to the 2. He could not get it in the end zone. It was a big tackle right on the goal line by Jeffrey. Oh no, he's in. What?
Hey, the glory of forward progress. The glory of forward progress. You wasn't going to deny him from his first touchdown of the season. He'll have none of that. Right into their end zone. Touchdown.
In real time, it did not look like he crossed the plane, but the referees throw their hands in the air, and as I thought, we are going to have a Harry's Close Shave Close Call challenge, so let's take a look. And let's see here, Hollywood looking for his first touchdown of the season.
The ball seems to be short. The ball seems to be a yard short. So the original call.
That's why I thought he didn't make it in, because he spun and then got tackled. And Ramos Lynn has a successful challenge. Hollywood denied his first touchdown of the season. Great goal line tackle by Jeffrey Daggs, the free safety. And now, from inside the 2-yard line, the Atlanta Swarm are going to have to settle for a field goal. Alex Kidd on to attempt the chip shot.
So while Atlanta's settling for that field goal, let's see if we can't bring in Las Vegas and Tallahassee.
And right down Main Street. Field goal good from Kidd. 6 minutes, 23 seconds to go first.
SFL, a top 10 defense for the Fury, but they're giving up plenty of yards, and another big throw on this drive as Grayson Willis hauls in that one. That's his 2nd target, first catch.
And quickly on a 1st and goal, Grayson Willis, who replaces Duke Wilson, who was one of the best wide receivers also in the SFL, and now number 11 takes that spot as the number 2 receiver, and he's done a terrific job. I will not be surprised here, Andy, if they run the ball to the left side, to the far side of the field.
They've given him 2 carries for 11 yards so far. They'll give it to him here on 1st and goal. He angles to the left, and he's in for the touchdown run. A.J. Francis strikes, and the Tallahassee Pride take the lead.
Yeah, and it was just the numbers game that Tallahassee was playing. You know, it was Vegas going in that type of formation, defensive formation, and it was even numbers for Tallahassee and for the Vegas Fury. And all Francis needed to do was elude one tackler. He did, and powers his way into the end zone for 6.
Well, Francis,
so the Pride are in the end zone, and Tallahassee has a 7-0 lead over Las Vegas. So if you're just joining us, what is the SFL? Well, we've got a video that can explain it just a little bit better.
I'm Damon Simeon, a.k.a. DR Sim, owner and player of the Houston Hyenas. I am 38 years old.
I'm Liam Prasser, I'm 24 years old, and I'm from Hastings, East Sussex in the United Kingdom.
I'm Dwayne Schindler. I'm 50 years old. I live in Delray Beach, Florida.
I am Jack Brown. I am age 16 and I'm from Metro Detroit, Michigan.
I'm so Swepian and Merced. I'm 24 from Miami, Florida.
So I'm Matt Wilson. I'm from around Rochester, New York. I'm 37 years old.
Bringing people together through any sort of media or medium is important because it allows us to connect with people that we wouldn't have met before.
To be honest with you, I think they're going to take over the NFL. I seriously think it.
I played defense in high school, so I actually played linebacker when I played football, so it's cool for me to kind of be on the defensive side of things again and, you know, being able to play linebacker again.
I played all the way up to Division III football, so I know football. I love football. So for me to come here and do this, it makes sense. But the SFL is so much more than just football, guys.
It feels to the fans like you're watching a real game on TV.
You have control of your player. If you think your player needs to have better hands, you can make that adjustment. You think your player needs to work on speed or be a power runner, okay, you can make that adjustment. And that's something that you can do with fantasy football because in real life, you're just going by how they perform. So if they have a bad day, then there's nothing you can do about it.
To strategize against these guys is very difficult. All the things that transpire from week to week can change instantly.
SFL as a whole has been my outlet since I stopped coaching 3.5 years ago.
It's really been an awesome platform for people to kind of say, hey, this is how the world sees me. Let me reinvent myself. Let me gain confidence in the digital world. And I think the SFL's really helped people grow outside of the league.
To be in my own element with people that basically have the same mindset as I do, at least in this arena. We all want to win, but we're all respectful to each other, and even in competition, rare these days. That's, to me, that's awesome.
This is an avenue for anybody, and that's what's amazing about this project.
We make good football people, but beyond that, we just help people become the good people that they already are.
Just loving every minute of being in the SFL.
So right now, if you're just catching up here, Mexico City's actually back in the red zone. So we're going to go back to Atlanta.
Catches. That's been a staple of Matt Wilson and the Mexico City receivers. Basically,
Michael Torillo and Levant Mercer on the call. Aztecs inside the red zone, down 3-0.
We'll throw the one-on-one balls out there, and time after time, the Mexico City receivers make plays. There's a little dink out right across the middle. That's to the tight end Diego Chavarro, and just a little 3-yard gain on a play that was otherwise going nowhere.
Well, sometimes on those types of plays, you would just like to have a positive outcome. Whether it's just 2 yards or 3, it's better than nothing. It puts you close to second and medium.
Mexico City in the SFL presented by APM Music Red Zone for their first time this evening. Wilson doesn't like the defensive matchup, changes the play. He's got a receiver each side. Bentley in the backfield and a jump. A free play for the offense, and Bentley would have gotten 1 yard, but they're going to turn this one into 5.
You know, before the play, you could see that there was a bit of a change in the cadence.
That was a MeUndies laundry on the field for the first time in this game. It was a jump off sides from Bennett. Or Barrett. Apologies for that. So now it's 2nd and 2. Inside the 10 at the Atlanta 8-yard line. Let's see if the Swarm defense can hold in the red zone just like the Mexico City defense did on the last series. Wilson, lob to the end zone. It's intercepted. They say, hey, you held us to a field goal. We'll do you one better. Patrick Ketsa with the interception. It was tipped in the air by Josh Vasquez.
Let's go to Denver now for the first time tonight.
He's fighting hard for those yards.
He
is. I mean, he's going right up the
Dallas Lobos are near midfield. Rich Pratchard and Shan Varner on the call.
He's with 3 attempts for only 8 yards. He's got to do a better job of getting to that second level.
2 wide this time for Lewandula. 2 backs. Drops back to throw. Sits in the pocket. Plenty of time. Throws to the right-hand side. Incomplete. Knocked down by Matthew Lee. This Nightwing secondary doing a good job of staying on those receivers and not giving Lewandula much room to throw the ball.
One thing that I noticed out of Matthew Lee this year is he's got 6 bat downs and only 1 interception. But that 1 interception went for a touchdown, so he's a dangerous cornerback to throw to.
So it brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Lobos. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Lewandula in the shotgun.
Unfortunately, they suffered heartbreaking losses last week.
I haven't gotten to do this all night.
I think it's going to be up to the running game of both
but we got to get it.
The Sharks and J.W. Doyle to help their quarterbacks out today.
From San Francisco, California, Damon Simeon and T-Roy Gaines on the call.
It's showtime.
Here are the Sharks in all black, ready to get this thing kicked away.
You're watching Blitz Live. Kick it from California.
And here's the return by OKC in all white. And on that return was Devontae Duncan, wide receiver for the Renegades. Key players here for this Renegades.
Back to Denver.
We have Deacon Nickens, the quarterback. J.W.
5 wide this time for Lewandula. Ball at the 36, drops back, has some time. Almost intercepted. I'm not sure who he was going to that time, but that was knocked down by Teddy Farmer. Should have been picked off.
Rich, I don't know how he wasn't picked off. It was right there in his hands. My coach always told me if it hits your hands, you better catch it.
Yeah, but we've had this conversation before. There's a reason these guys are playing defense and not playing wide receiver. So 2 wide right, 1 wide left, 2 back.
What a frozen rope by
I want to get back to San Francisco, where on the first play of the game, Rich Pratchard has scored.
The San Francisco Sharks defense was caught sleeping at the wheel there because Pratchard was just wide open, and there's that missed tackle right there, allowing Pratchard to take it to the house.
I have no idea what that defender was doing. It looked like Barry Barkley. Barry Barkley was the defender, the free safety that missed the tackle that could have saved that touchdown. Oh my goodness. What a play by Deacon Nickens. First play of the game. What a strike. We may be in for a show tonight, folks. Keep it buckled.
That was an awesome way to start a game. Definitely got the crowd here in San Francisco quiet.
The extra point is up, and it's good. And OKC takes the lead.
Back to Denver, where the Nightwings are in the red zone.
Looks like a little bit of man-to-man.
Check that,
play
Dallas.
There, and junior senior the third was able to break away from his coverage and get a nice completion over the middle.
Marty McCree and Nicholas Warner were both there. They just couldn't get to the ball. Lewandula put it right between them.
New Orleans and Chicago have kicked off.
On the play, Sandler's going to go to the left, and he is hammered. Pays the price. Marty McCree coming up from the free safety position.
That was some tough love there. A great open field stop, though.
So that is going to be a offside against the Nightwings. And Dallas will take that penalty, and it'll be 1st down and 5.
Yeah, you
First
can't
down
give
and
up.
goal.
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
You can't give up those easy yardage for this dangerous Dallas team. I mean, they're right here in the red zone. You got to stay a little bit more composed if you're the Denver defense.
Apologize from the technical difficulties from Dallas. Let's go back to San Francisco.
Wide receiver, Ermac Jackson. And San Francisco comes out in a tight I formation. 5-step drop here by Thomas, and Thomas goes and strikes at Gabriel. Picks up 5 yards from that reception.
And nice out route by Manning. Great job by him. Completing the catch, making this a 3rd and manageable. We'll see what this 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 here now for San Francisco. They're in a far spread. Throws the side on, across the middle of the field. Got this tight end. Take that back. That's Matt Burnham, wide receiver, comes away with his first reception. Picks up the 1st down for the Sharks as they continue to drive.
And that was a great job.
Trying to get you over to Denver, where there's now a challenge.
Close shave challenge of the game.
Look at this play in the red zone for Dallas.
Absolutely. And I think this is a good call by Steven because, you know, if you look at this replay here, he doesn't catch the ball. He doesn't make a step forward. I'm not seeing the fumble here, Rich.
Well, he did. He was about half a yard behind where the quarterback was. So we'll see what he says. Yeah, the play stands. He was about half a yard back behind where the quarterback was standing. And that makes that a lateral. That makes that a fumble. So that was a Harry's close shave challenge of the game, and Dallas loses that one, so they do lose a timeout.
So how about that? Dallas gets in the red zone, then throws a backwards pass. That game is still scoreless. Oklahoma City leads San Francisco 7-0. Tallahassee leads Vegas 7-0. Atlanta still up 3-0 on Mexico City. Chicago, New Orleans scoreless. We're following all the action. You're watching the SFL Blitz on the Twitch front page.
To ensure they perform as well as possible, use the coupon code SimulationFL at purchase from Harrys.com. A portion of your purchase sports the SFL, Harry's official razor of the SFL.
Rich, I'm going to give you some scores from our score stream app.
Yes, please.
Lead San Francisco 7-0. Tallahassee leads 7-0 over the Las Vegas Fury.
While we're listening to the Denver game, follow the SFL.
Atlanta
Stay in the loop with everything SFL by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter, and subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch pages. Don't forget that Instagram. If you like what you see, cheer your bits and subscribe to our channel. It means the world to us. For subscribers, the Blitz continues. For everyone else, we'll be back after this. You're watching the SFL Blitz on the Twitch front page.
By Logan Hill.
So Denver completes that first down. They're out of the shadow of their goalpost, and first down and 10 at the 26. Two backs. Josh Miller drops back, throws to the left, going to McChesney out of the backfield, but he's not going to get anywhere. He's going to get stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Only has 14 receptions, make that 15 now for 37 yards and no touchdowns.
Ken Gossett has Tallahassee back in the red zone.
Is good for 6. Tallahassee takes a 13-0 lead over the Las Vegas Fury. Interesting scenes here. We talked about it before the game. Las Vegas was 2-0 coming into the game. Tallahassee 0-2. A flip of the script, and the Pride are up front.
Yes. You know, and this is the great thing here about the SFL. You know, any team can beat any team at any time. Doesn't matter if you're at home or if you're on the road like Tallahassee is. You know, this is such a competitive league, and you know, every game.
So let's get to Atlanta, where we actually missed a recent touchdown.
Should be right.
Let's take a look at how Mexico City got it done.
2 receivers left, single right. 1st and 10. Wilson just going to drop it off to Bentley with some room to run, and he'll get 5 yards on first down. Eventually dropped down there. Tackle made by Darrent Williams. As Bentley gets up and hops back to the huddle.
You know, we used to bemoan the use of swing plays, but as Sioux Falls has shown, those plays can be effective. And with Mexico City having Ray Bentley back there, you know he's good for powering through some people.
Wilson going long. Oh, one-handed catch, and you can put it on the board. Highlight reel touchdown, Mike Daggs, and I'll say it for the 2nd time tonight. Tight ends matter.
Say hey, because you know he came up with that basket catch. Look at this right here. The one-handed just scoop and in.
Whew.
What a call from Michael Turillo and Levant Mercer. Let's go to San Francisco, where Oklahoma City is back in the red zone.
3 wide receivers set here for Nickens. And Nickens throws across the middle of the field. That pass is almost intercepted. Trying to get the license plate on the defender. That's number 42 for San Fran, and that is a backup free safety. Taz Curry.
Is he related to Stephen Curry? I don't know. Good job by him with the pat down. We'll see if they're going to feed the beast that is J.W. Doyle on this play. Looks like it.
As Doyle have not had a carry yet in this game. 7-step drop by Nickens. Nickens dump it off here to Doyle, and Doyle maybe picks up the yard. Down to the 12-yard line now is OKC. 3rd and 9. As they're in the red zone and knocking on enemy territory.
And good. This 1-yard catch by Doyle. And here's a fact for him. If he goes over 100 yards rushing today, it'll be the 3rd straight game this season he will be able to do so. Right now, they're still relying on the pass. We'll see what happens.
Got tight end flex once again. 5-step drop by Nickens. A great block. Oh, he overthrows his own. He overthrows D'Angelo, who was wide open in the back of the end zone.
Just barely missed them. San Francisco did a great job derailing D'Angelo's route there. And okay.
So that's going to result in a Renegade field goal back here at SFL headquarters, and want to tell you about a little bit about Matt Doyle Designs. In 2018, the SFL partnered with Matt Doyle Designs to completely rebrand our league and its member teams. The results were amazing works of originality that spoke to team branding, creativity, and our efforts to become the most professional sim league ever assembled. Which design is your favorite? Let us know in the chat, and then cheer them on if they are playing tonight. For more information on Matt Doyle Designs, visit mattdoyle.ca. That field goal is good. And right now, let's go to, I think we're going to go to Vegas, where the Pride have the ball near midfield as Tallahassee is trying to extend their 14-point lead.
Would have been 6.
Against the unbeaten.
Yeah. And Merrick Itera, he's a very good corner. He recognized that all
Fury.
the way. Look at that. All the way. He never got fooled. And if he just puts 2 hands on the ball, that's an interception and that's a pick 6, which Vegas desperately needs.
Yeah, down 14-0 with 10:50 left to go in the second quarter, and all 3 of your drives have amounted for a staggering total of 8 yards. 8 forward yards for the Las Vegas Fury. 4 third down attempts, no successful third downs. Christensen fires outside. Gossett collects that one for 4 and is stopped on the sideline as we look at Ken Gossett's numbers. So far making a very good play for player of the game.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, he already has that big touchdown, and now, you know, Ken Gossett is a very complete receiver. You know, he's a deep threat, but he also has very good hands, and we see him all the time going in those short routes. Now with 6 yards to gain, I expect from them to go to Willis.
3 wide.
Touchdown.
Oh, man, you guys have got to check out this run just from Denver. McChesney just went beast mode.
From his offensive line, just spreading that defense out and creating a huge hole for McChesney to run through. He also had some, I didn't hear, he had some little, some blocks right there that field, and he was going after that.
And that was the Everscroll block of the game. Everscroll by movement blocks blue light to protect your eyes from digital screens. Don't hurt your eyes by checking out SFL action. Protect them and see every moment by using the promo code SimulationFL at purchase.
Back to Vegas.
Carries 19
where the
yards
Pride are on the
1
2.
touchdown. They will feed him. He'll go up the middle, and he will power his way in for another Tallahassee Pride touchdown. They will extend their lead.
Wow, what a play by Francis. And this has basically been the story of the first half. It's just Tallahassee overpowering the Vegas Fury. We saw it on the trenches, defensive line to offensive line, and we saw here the running back coming from Carolina just overpowering everybody to get in the paint as Tallahassee starting to make this look a little bit ugly here in the first half, 21-0.
His second touchdown tonight, A.J. Francis. The kick is up and through. The lead is extended to 21. We've talked about it a couple times. Tallahassee made the last 2 championships playing Alaska. Both times have started this season struggling, but they are back on the schneid and up 21-0. The SFL is sponsored by MediaTek Institute, as well as, give it a second, Me Undies. If you want some comfortable underwear, visit MeUndies, as well as movement
Mexico
watches,
City has
some of the
kicked a
best
field goal. Let's
watches
go to
and
Chicago
glasses that
now.
I've ever seen when I checked out their website yesterday. Max Jackson,
where New
returns it to
Orleans is in the red
29,
zone.
And if you're the Fury, what do you have to do in this
Chicago
situation?
loading up the box, ready for a jack handoff. Not that ready, though, as he gets a good chunk of 5 on first down.
Yeah, that was, we call it the super duper heavy set there. They don't have 0 wide receivers split out wide, so that was going to be a run all the way. Logan Jack still picking up 5 yards there on first down.
2:35 and counting left to go here in the first quarter of action. 0-0 your score. New Orleans driving, though, as Logan Jack gets another handoff, barreling over defenders as he makes it out to the 10-yard line. It'll be another third down coming up for this New Orleans offense.
And this is an interesting start from New Orleans. Logan Jack is traditionally more of a receiving running back. He leads the running backs in receptions and yards, but they are letting him do the work with his legs this time, running right up the middle.
Heavy set for Logan Jack, who does get enough for the first down. It's going to be first and goal for the Pharaohs from the 8.
We'll try to bounce back and forth. San Francisco is in the red zone.
His balance, able to deliver a nice dot, and Burnham is making great catches in this drive alone. And actually, so far in this game, when you make catches like that, that's definitely going to give your rookie quarterback the confidence he needs as this season goes along.
Especially taking hits like that from Rahman. It's like a weak pair here. Strike across the middle of the field from Thomas. And that is to the fullback once again.
This
with
fullback
2 receptions.
The defense continues to just be a little slow to adapt to the game that New Orleans is calling. You see New Orleans come in with the second best passing game in the league. You think they're going to throw it, but they're not throwing it right now. They're just running it.
Well, now they're going to throw, and this time he's going to find Jack. Defense was ready for it, though, as he gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
The halfback Ogun. I'm sorry, yeah, Ogun Zula. Zulu, sorry about that.
Well, it's 3rd and short. Okay, sorry, San Francisco can get a first down without getting a touchdown. We'll see if they can convert this for a first down or even potentially get 6 points.
Mexico City's in the red zone. 3 teams in the red zone right now.
For San Francisco. Manning to the top of the field. There's another handoff here to Zulu. And Zulu is stopped in the backfield by Stratton. This non-contract defensive end is balling.
Vic out there on the coverage once again, and we'll see a field goal attempt coming up for New Orleans.
New Orleans
Really
couldn't get in on 3rd down.
From those 2 guys there, because the wide receiver was open. If that ball is up a little higher, we're probably calling that a touchdown right now.
So that's looking like a field goal. Let's go back to Atlanta.
He's made a catch or 2 tonight. He's got 23 yards on 2 catches. 1st and 10 from the 36. Dunhill. Plenty of time. Throws over the middle. It's picked. He was trying to go into the soft zone, and it's intercepted. And Jack Brown has the pick, setting up in offense.
That was the pick that got Mexico City inside the 5.
One nonetheless, as Mexico City looking to add to their 10-3 lead. Handoff. Bentley, he'll walk into the end zone untouched. Put it on the board. Touchdown Aztecs.
Sometimes I wish I had chalk, but I don't. But it's fine, because, you know, when you have the edges sealed off like they had there, there was absolutely nothing Atlanta can do. They were all the defenders were engaged and left an easy lane for Bentley to get through.
Now 16 pending, 17-3 on the Cole Varner extra point. And that is up and through.
So San Francisco gets a field goal. New Orleans gets a field goal. Mexico City gets a touchdown. Back to San Francisco we go for the Sharks and Renegades.
What does Atlanta need to do to get back into this ball?
Tight end flex here for the Renegades. And Nickens is blown up in the backfield. Sacked for a 7-yard loss. Give credit to Chad Guy. Comes away with the first sack of this game for this Shark defense. They run a stunt, then he gets a club going on there. A rip.
That guy had no chance. That old lineman for OKC just let Chad Guy go right by him. as he earned his second sack of his career.
43 defense, tight end flex, offset I. Doyle Dawson I yet to get a carry here. And there's Bovine down the middle of the field. Almost picked up the first down, 30 inches.
Bovine, once again, nice catch amongst the traffic there. Deacon Nickens dot. Let's see if J.W. Doyle will actually get a carry. So far, like you said, he's a valid carry. I remember Damon last time we called an OKC game, J.W. Doyle went off for a 200-yard rushing performance.
Absolutely. Same formation here for OKC. They love the tight end flex. And Nickens throws the strike across the middle of the field, and he got the first down. And there's Prashad. Comes away with his first, is that his first reception? I don't think that is his first reception.
Yeah, that's the second one. He scored on that touchdown earlier.
That's right. How could I forget? Same formation for OKC. 7-step drop this time by Nickens. Nickens throws a bomb, and he got the receiving. His Tobias Bovine. 10. Touchdown as he crosses Hollywood Boulevard, and he's going to lay it down and take a knee.
And I would expect better performance from San Francisco. Unfortunately, they still look like they're in the locker room. They are not focused today. That's the second receiver who has beaten the secondary.
So Oklahoma City takes a 14-point lead, and we welcome you back here into SFL headquarters. One of the most rewarding things about being the SFL commissioner is making an impact in people's lives. This newfound purpose in life has led to our new hashtag Make an Impact. And our new hashtag Make an Impact web series, episode 1, is Mexico City Hall of Fame quarterback Matt Wilson. Take a look.
So I'm Matt Wilson. I'm from around Rochester, New York. I'm 37 years old, and I do a little everything in this league. I started out as a player. I'm a co-owner of the Mexico City Aztecs. I'm on the broadcast team as a color analyst. I think that's it, but quite a few duties in the league. I always wanted to play football. I was one of the guys, I would try to play football in the wheelchair. I remember in high school, I was playing fullback or sitting in the backfield, and the quarterback threw an interception. This is a gym class, so seriously, I take it. The guy's running down the sidelines. I parked right in front of him. As soon as he hit it, he hit the chair and he did a front flip. The ball popped out. Our team picked up and scored. The guy's writhing on the ground, crying almost. And the PE teacher goes, "Nice tackle, Wilson." So I'm always super competitive at everything I do. Being in the hospital, I was in the hospital for over 6 months in one stretch. 2 surgeries, almost died a couple times. 8 months old, I almost died. I have a tumor in my spinal cord that's fused into it, and they did a reduction surgery that saved my life. I had to go to Canada to have it done. It wasn't approved in the United States yet, and if I hadn't had that surgery on, I would be dead or a vegetable by now.
Everyone can't make it to the sports leagues, and we would love to hear our name called, and he's unable to perform, in sports and so forth. And hearing his story, it's very, very touching and so forth. When I first heard it, I cried myself, because I can't imagine, being in that position, not being able to move any of my own limbs. So my hat's tipped off to Matt, and he has been around for quite some time. He's a very, very strong individual, and Matt is a really, really good person.
It's just the whole atmosphere, the excitement. Think of your player being called, running down the field, scoring that last-minute touchdown in overtime, and your whole team just loves you, and the chat goes crazy. It's an atmosphere. It's a different type of atmosphere, but it's a very special one at that.
2nd and 10 at the 25. Wilson steps up in the pocket. Wilson across his body. What a throw! That's what Hall of Famers are made of!
It's like the fact that I'm in this chair and the fact that I'm able to do this, it kind of makes it feel just like a little bit normal. And the fact that, Matt broke into the league before I did. And his story as told in the first documentary, I think definitely made an impression on a lot of people, but it especially made me because I could empathize with what he was feeling in terms of like his emotions and how he was feeling about like the fact that his body may be physically, it might not be as good, but his mind was still as good, and the fact that he got such enjoyment out of this. And I mean, you saw it in the Hall of Fame speech. You could tell he was on another planet.
I'm just so thankful to be here and that they accept me for who I am and they appreciate me and some like sometimes off sense of humor. And it's just, I don't know, it feels more like a family than anything else, and extended family, and one I'm very proud to be a part of.
Great stuff from Matt Wilson, and a special thanks to Damon Simeon, the owner of the Houston Hyenas, and Colin Northrup, co-owner of Houston, for contributing to that story.
Boyd.
Let's start back in Chicago.
They're going to try it once again, though, with Jared Willis, and once again he is stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Great
Pharaohs
play
lead
there by the
3-0.
New Orleans defense to get
Eric
the stop.
Vincent and Gus Schultz
Matt
on the
McDaniel
call.
coming in and laying the wood.
Yep, he is an undrafted rookie, McDaniel, coming in here, and he does really good work. It's a big,
San Francisco also in the red zone.
So
we'll get there in a minute. Mexico City also in the red zone.
But that's exactly where they need him stepping up.
Three wide receivers. King spinning around in the pocket. He's going to throw it deep, and he's got Shan Varner. Shan Varner trying to beat him to the pylon. He will. Touchdown, Wildcats.
This is amazing to get a tight end this open, that deep down the field, and then for him to have the speed to continue beating out those safeties there. Absolutely incredible. The throw is right on the money, and he's got nobody in front of him on his trip down to the end zone.
3rd and goal.
What a bomb. San Francisco has a 3rd and goal at the 1.
To say 3 times.
Everybody know what's about to happen. We'll see who can get it done.
And OKC has everybody up in the box. There's a handoff here to Zulu, and nothing doing. You gotta be kidding me. Why did you go straight up the hole? He had a big hole, T-Roy.
Exactly. Oh,
he had a big hole, T-Roy, and he did not take it. It was given to him. But
He
like
should've
most
followed his
young running
fullback.
backs, they like to try to hit the outside and look pretty instead of going up the middle of the field as the play was designed.
So that's going to be a field goal, 3rd down in Atlanta.
He got picked off at earlier, and that time the play did reach the back of the end zone. It just didn't get into the hands of the receiver.
Bounced off of his hands, and now Wilson going to go to the same place in the end zone again, and this time it's caught for a touchdown. Put it on the board. Mexico City running away with the game. Richard Montague finds the end zone for the first time this evening, and it's a 23-3 Aztec lead.
That just had some surgical precision right there, right over the outstretched arms of the defender and into the outstretched arms of the receiver.
Back to Sin City, Tallahassee.
Lead here in Las Vegas. The Fury trying to hold off
As a
another
1st and
long
goal.
drive from the Pride. They're at the 8, and it's 1st and goal.
Look for the out route here, Andy. Look at the cushion. Look for the out route here with Gossett.
1-on-2 up, and they will give to Francis up the middle. That was a poor adjustment at the line, because you are right. There was plenty of room up there.
Yeah, either to Gossett or to Willis. I mean, there were 2 receivers against 1 corner who was backpedaled all the way to the end zone. So a missed opportunity right there, but I think they're in a good spot. I think they will run the ball again to the right side, to the far side.
They will give to Francis, and he adds his 3rd of the game. He's untouched into the end zone, his 18th carry, just over 60 yards, but 3 touchdowns, and that is the difference in the game right now.
Wow, it was to the wrong side that I predicted, but still a very good run with the help of his blockers. And again, as you say, Andy, completely untouched. Look at the fullback, and number 71, the tackle, blocks in the 3rd level, the secondary, and completely untouched. Number 28, A.J. Francis, has a hat trick of scores in just about 20 minutes of play.
Let's
The
attempt
Tallahassee
to go to
Pride
Chicago.
are piling it on here in Las Vegas, up 20.
Powell has only been targeted one time, and that was actually a miss. They need him to get involved so their passing game can work the way it's supposed to.
Gold's got time. He's going to bomb it deep, and he's got Deezer Powell. There he is. First catch of the ball game, and a big one as they move into.
And we're having some slight issues from our feed in Chicago. Let's jump to Denver.
Going to the house.
McChesney tried to throw a stiff arm out there, but Vasquez was moving just a little too hard for that stiff arm to take effect.
Yeah, Vasquez is a man. Now, you're not going to sit there and just one arm stiff arm him. He's going to get you.
That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning, and that is the quick 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music on YouTube. First down and 10 at the 41-yard line. 4 wide for Josh Miller. Looking to throw. Throws to the left. It's complete. Nice. Nice catch by Giacomo Jones. Good coverage by Gamble, but Jones just went up and got it.
Ups on that one. Just a great by Jones here. Look how, I mean, that's just amazing how much ups he has on that reception.
Quip Design delivers simple ways to keep your mouth healthy with timed vibrations. Brush head refills for $5, refilled every 3 months. Covered for life with free shipping for life. Use the link posted in the chat for your purchase. Your purchase will help support the SFL through our partnership. Throwing deep into the end zone, incomplete.
I think that might have been hit at the line or something. He looked kind of wobbly coming out of the handle.
What an incredible
to Chicago.
run
Check
here.
out this
He
instant
lays the
replay.
hurt on Kappa Jones, who you see getting up right there at the end, and then he outruns the entirety of the New Orleans secondary to make this one deep down the field, give them a 2-score lead. What a momentum shift for Chicago.
So 2 gigantic plays here, resulting in the 2 scores you see for Chicago. And we'll see Jesus Garcia attempt another extra point with 6:06 left to go here in the first half. And as he adds the extra point, it becomes a 14-3 ball game. And it looks like the big plays are coming on the side of Chicago. We were not
Chicago's
expecting
up
this.
11. Let's go back to Denver.
Throws over the middle. It's complete.
Where the Night Wings are in the red zone.
And Giacomo Jones with another catch in traffic.
Hit there, too.
Yeah, good hit. He knows when he goes out there in the middle and runs that post route down the middle, he's going to get hit. So in the red zone, first down and goal at the Dallas 9. Goes to McChesney, trying to go to the right, and Denzel Maverick's not having any of that.
A little bit of hurry up here.
2 to the left for Josh Miller. Drops back to throw, throws to the left in the end zone, touchdown, Denver.
And I'm not sure what this corner is at. They gave us this replay. Looked like the corner had come down, and maybe the free safety comes down here and just was away here.
Yeah, he had plenty of room to throw that ball.
So the score really not indicative of what's going on in Denver in that first half, as Dallas is playing right with them. But still, nevertheless, the undefeated Night Wings have built a 14-0 lead. Welcome back to SFL Headquarters. Our second episode of our new #Make an Impact series focuses on one of our broadcasters tonight who turned a forgotten dream into a newfound career in broadcasting. He's broadcasting tonight's Mexico City and Atlanta game, and this is Michael Torillo's story.
My name is Michael Torillo. I'm 22 years old, and I'm a college student from Daytona Beach, Florida. I am a broadcaster. This is my 3rd season doing play-by-play.
Mitchell's going to throw again, but he's going to flare it out to Diaz with work to do. Oh, but he does the work brilliantly. What a score. Put it on the board. Denzel Diaz with the stiff arm.
I did baseball and soccer and a couple other things for my high school back when I was in high school, and then I gave it up when I went to college to pursue my degree, and I missed it. And the SFL gave me a great outlet to start pursuing that again.
So Zabrowski will punt it away. It's going to be our average field position for London pending the return. And here is the return, and a tackle broken down the sideline. One man to beat, and he beats him down the line. There he goes. It's going to be a return touchdown. Put it on the board. London extends the lead again. Jeff Malinishin takes it to the house.
The announcers are getting into the game and getting excited, and they know their stuff, just like the people that are on ESPN. And I think it really brings a sense of quality to the league that a lot of other online leagues don't have. I just sort of showed up in the Discord out of the blue at the beginning of Season 9 and said, hey, I'm interested in calling your games. I had never called a football game before. I didn't know what I was doing. So they gave me a test run, and then they said, hey, this guy's good. Let's give him a chance. And 3 seasons later, I'm going on in about 3 or 4 weeks will be a full year with the SFL, and without their support and their advice, I wouldn't be here or even pursuing broadcasting as a possible choice going forward.
Awesome stuff, Michael. Thanks for being at the SFL convention over the summer. Dallas has crossed midfield, so that's where we're going to resume our action. You are watching the SFL Blitz, 5 games simultaneously in Week 4 action right now.
Back in the shotgun. Sandlin to his right. 1st and 10 at the 25. Sits in the pocket. Throws across the middle again, complete. Tristan Carr down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal. Hurry up offense. 13 seconds left. Drops back. Throws to the right, going to Sandlin. And he's stopped at the line of scrimmage by Mike Sawchuk. And Denver will have to call their last timeout. Sorry, Dallas will have to call their last timeout. So I was just going to ask you, Shan, what do you think they're going to do? Go for the field goal or try and get it in the end zone?
Well, I think I would just try to put some points on the board here. I know they got no timeouts left, but still, it's still early in this game. You're only down by 2 scores. The way Dallas has played before in the past, then get right back into this game. It just takes one, maybe.
So Dallas has had a turnover and a field goal in the red zone. They trail 14-3. Meanwhile, San Francisco has a 3rd down and 12 of the 47. That's where we're going to go next here on the Blitz.
4 wide receivers set here for the San Francisco Sharks, 3rd and 12 at OKC's 47-yard line. 49 seconds left on the ticker. Thomas calling the signal. Goes to his progression, throws a bomb down the middle of the field. He got his receiver. It's Manning. Comes away with a big diving catch. 1st down at OKC's 17-yard line.
What a play. First off, by Juan Thomas able to deliver that dot to Manny, and Manny had to make that diving catch just to make sure he completed that catch. Awesome play by San Francisco. They are now in the red zone. We'll see if they can get 7 points this time.
Let's go.
Four wide receiver sets here for the offense. Single back ace quads is the formation. Manning in the slot along with Burnham. And Thomas gets pressured and Thomas is brought down.
Las Vegas on Tallahassee's side of the field. Mexico City just got a 51-yard field goal.
Hurry up here. 5-step drop. Thomas throws an out route to the top of the field. And that pass is completed. And that is to the tight end, number 89, Aaron Razor. Give credit to Razor for stepping out of bounds, T-Roy. That does stop the clock.
And Razor showed that he had the razor-sharp focus needed to know that he needs to go out of bounds. 3rd and 8. San Francisco will at least have a chance to get 3, but I'm sure they want to get a touchdown here.
Four wide receiver set here for the offense. Looks like a single back left. Zulu Zulu goes out on a route, throws a strike, across the middle of the field. That pass is almost intercepted.
Brady Clark with the pat down. Let's put the hold on this drive.
Clark
As
almost
Sanders
ran away with the saving interception. Yes, sir.
Yeah, if he would have had that pick, it'd definitely been 0.
So it looks like another field goal for San Francisco. They're stuck with the field goal bug. Meanwhile, Las Vegas has just now entered into the red zone, trying to come back against Tallahassee.
Beats him to the jump, and a great play to get in the red zone for the Vegas Fury for the first time today.
There's a look at E.J. DeQ's numbers. 3.5 sacks for him. Ooh, it's a big day for the man on the line. 3 down linemen for Tallahassee. They're getting pressure, and they drop him again. Nice job there by Hunter Norwood.
Tallahassee is killing it. Let's jump to Denver for the start of the second half.
You know, I think they'll bounce back and you know, put some points on the board in the second half.
Tallahassee looking like they're going to get their first win of the season right now.
So Dallas will kick off to start this second half. And it'll put Denver back on offense, trying to pad this lead. Big return out to the 35, to the 40, across midfield to the 40, down to the 30, and I think he's gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Denver.
It's just not what you want to see if you're a Dallas football player right now. Coming back over the half, you're already trailing down 2 scores, and then something like this happens.
Steven Vega, wide receiver and return specialist, makes one move there and avoids all the tackles and then just outruns the Dallas coverage team.
How about them Nightwings? They got it going on. They're trying to get to 4-0. They're up 20-3. Let's go to Chicago, where the Pharaohs are trying to make some noise.
10:48 left now in the third.
Over the middle, he's got Deezer Powell on a diving catch, making it out to the 34-yard line. They're continuing to go no huddle with all 3 timeouts available to them.
I'd take a timeout if I was New Orleans. Get a better play called.
Instead, they're going to swing it out to Logan Jack, and Jack is going to get pushed out of bounds after a vicious stiff arm against Blake Hamrack.
And a good set of plays get them down here in scoring position. 34 seconds and all 3 of their timeouts. And a second and fairly short means they've got a lot of playbook that they can run through now. But I want to see Xander Gold take the big shot. Go for the end zone right here while it's nice and safe.
Gold under center. He's going to throw the out route to Deezer Powell. And Powell, I think, is able to get the foot in bounds. It's going to be 3rd and 4 coming up here from the Chicago 28. Within the kicker's wheelhouse here, Gus, but they're definitely wanting to get a touchdown on the board.
Yeah, I don't think the kicker's really an option if you're New Orleans right now. That still leaves it at a 2-1 score game. And knowing that Chicago gets the ball at the half, I think you have to prioritize a touchdown on this drive.
3rd and 4 now for Gold. Gold is going to throw near sideline, and it is incomplete. Receiver could not get his mitts on it. 27 seconds frozen on the clock, and we will see another Zen Lee field goal attempt.
Yep, and that was tight end Joel Hart on the drop there, and that's kind of a side effect of the way New Orleans calls their game, is that their tight end really doesn't get a lot of opportunities to get those catches, and that means that when you really need him to, sometimes he's going to be dropping that ball.
So it's going to be about a 45-yard field goal here. Bad snap, but good hold there. Up and through.
So New Orleans gets a field goal. It's 14-6. 4,251 viewers right now. I love you in the chat. If you're new, please let us know how you're loving this. This is, well, I tell you what, it's a large operation. 5 games all going on at once, all different crews, all different cities and locations. And I am here in SFL Studios running the show. And I'm pretty sure that by the end of the night, I'm going to have more gray hair than I came in with. Welcome back to SFL Headquarters. I'm SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine. So, if you're just joining us, what is the SFL. The SFL is the first controllerless esport in the world. Our team coaching staffs represent our competitive gamers. Teams submit game plans to the league prior to the AI versus AI simulation you are watching carry out before you. You can be a player, coach, general manager, team owner. What else can you be? Broadcaster, statistician, writer, scout, anything that involves being a part of our football community. Get out of the chat and onto the field, become a legend, and make an impact here in the SFL. For Twitch subscribers, or for SFL subscribers, the Blitz continues. For everyone else, the Blitz will resume after this.
They need to start throwing some jabs out on the field of the offensive variety here. First down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Dunhill under center. Dunhill gonna dump it off to Hollywood, who bobbles the ball and it hits the turf. Everybody has a case of the dropsies today for the Atlanta Swarm. And Romero was hunting him down, but he never got to make the tackle.
That's just something you really can't allow on offense. You have players who've just dropped balls all over the field today, so you have the dropsies. Then you also have the yips, where the quarterback just throws errant passes, and this is just all kinds of bad for Atlanta so far. They really need to get it going.
Second and 10, Dunhill. Deep drop, deep throw. Oh, behind the defense, there he goes. 30, 20, can he be caught? Yes, he will. Down to the 7-yard line, but talking about flipping the field. Dunhill now up to 171 yards. A big chunk of them right there on that play.
And it's the unsung hero the first half, actually. Wooding, who saved an interception earlier, now gets a big reception down the field and gets, stopped at the 10, but he really got some tough yards there where it was needed. Just chugging along here.
How about Pablo Zamora running him down, saving the tackle? And the last time the Atlanta offense was in the red zone, they were not able to put it in the end zone. But they are in the SFL presented by APM Music Red Zone. First time in the second half for the blue and gray clad Atlanta Swarm. Dunhill gonna drop to throw. Gonna throw it short. Oh, and Hollywood's going the wrong way, and he's picked up and thrown to the ground. With authority, Moises Avila. It's a loss of a couple of yards. Back to the 13-yard line.
Let's go back to San Francisco real quick, where we have some news. At the end of the first half,
spinning and spinning.
At the end of the first half, Oklahoma City threw a pick to Camden Hoffman, and San Francisco tacked on yet another field goal. They have 4 field goals. In fact, 5 teams right now in the SFL have nothing but field goals. Kind of a bizarre first half around the league. San Francisco has the ball down 5. We'll keep it here just momentarily as we keep one eye open on Atlanta.
Single back A-squad formation here for San Francisco. JT3 underneath the center, takes a 5-step drop, throws a lob across the middle of the field. He got some reception, and he's off to the races. Open field. Feet don't fail, and now touchdown, and that is Matt Burnham with his first touchdown of the day.
5 wide. 3rd and goal from the 7. Dunhill going to have to make a play. Goes to the end zone. Touchdown. Put it on the board. Atlanta scores for the first time in this game. They get a touchdown. And maybe, just maybe, the long road back into the game begins now. Touchdown catch by Javon Walker. And Atlanta, pending the extra point, has 10 points.
That should really give some confidence back to Dunhill, who has been shaky before this drive. But a deep strike to Wooding and capitulating the drive with a touchdown should really get Atlanta back on their feet.
Extra point up and good. So with 4 minutes and 32
now
seconds
we're really
remaining
firing
in
on
this
all
evening's
cylinders
third
now.
quarter.
Dallas is in the red zone.
Here, I just love the protection here that Stephen Mullenix was talking to me earlier about. Gee, he wanted to create, with that O-line, he wanted to create some blockage so that defensive line couldn't get to the quarterback, and that offensive line did a great job there on that play.
And Lewandula had all day long to go through his progression and find that open receiver. So first down and 10 at the 11. They're going to go to Sandlin, but he is not going to get anywhere.
Tallahassee's tacked
And
on another
Mike
field goal.
Sawchuk
They
in there
are
on the tackle
dominating
again.
the unbeaten Las
Sawchuk
Vegas
having a pretty
Fury
good game
tonight. That game is now 31-6.
Duck has one tackle for loss and one deflection, so pretty good night so far.
Twins to the right, 2 backs behind Lewandula. 2nd and 10 in the red zone, Dallas. Sandlin tried to get free there, but Sawchuk once again. No, that wasn't Sawchuk this time. That was Logan Mack, the defensive end. Third down and 9 now. At the 10. Lewandula, empty backfield. 5 wide, drops back, has plenty of time, goes to the right-hand side, to back of the end zone, incomplete.
Oh.
Sorry about that. Mike Sawchuk knocked it down.
Does run now under 4.
He's down to the 33-yard line. Oh my goodness, what a catch, T-Roy.
That
Check out
should
this
have
play.
been an INT, but San Francisco defender could not come up with the play. And Rich Prashert.
I thought that was an
able to-
interception myself as well. And take a look at it here on the replay.
Look at that.
And it just
Throws
did
it
it go through his hands or what? Or did he just miscalculate it?
Yeah, Hoffman, who had the pick at the end of the first half, couldn't come up with that pick on that play, and Rich Pratchett was able to make a great catch.
Oh my goodness. As I stated earlier, T-Roy, both of these teams give up over 28 points per game. And we're seeing it here. He's high flying off Nickens. Oh my goodness. Nickens almost had his head taken off. And I think that was Ranger once again. Go ahead and sing the song for him.
Yes, go, Jason Ranger. You San Francisco Power Ranger.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Red Ranger name is Jason. Is that correct?
T-Roy Gaines just sang on the front page, everybody. That was golden.
Correct.
Jason Ranger comes away. I think that's his 3rd sack of the day. And OKC's going to come out in a single back, trips left here. Nickens takes a 5-step drop this time, getting a little pressure. He got some men down the middle of the field, and that's Bovine. Then Bovine gets his 2nd touchdown of the day. My goodness, what a tight end, and what a performance we're seeing out of this Oklahoma City offense. They're putting on an air raid here in San Francisco.
This has to be a legendary day for Bovine. That's his 2nd touchdown, and he's just shredding the Sharks deep. Afraid of sharks in the water.
I've never seen Oklahoma City perform like this before. They may have, I just may not have caught the game or so. But man, they still have 0 yards rushing. J.W. Doyle has not ran the ball as of yet in this game.
Nope, been used.
Man, what is going on in San Francisco as the Renegades take a 24-19 lead? The Simulation Football League is presented by APM Music, Production Music Library, and Custom Music House, by Bit Central and Fuel, transforming SFL media in 2019. By Harry's, all you need for a close, comfortable shave. By Matt Doyle Designs, official design partner of the SFL. By MediaTek Institute, visit mediatek.edu for diploma programs. Turn your passion into profession. By MeUndies, the world's most comfortable underwear for men and women. By Movement, premium watches, sunglasses, and accessories. By Quip, perfect oral care delivered. By Richards Printworks, the official shop of the SFL. By ScoreStream, official score updates app of the SFL. And by Spygoat, the sound choice. We're back to action in 30 seconds. You're watching the SFL Blitz on the Twitch front page.
negatively impacted their ability to get to Chavero on that play.
Wilson, deep drop, steps into the pocket, and he's going to go down. Second sack of the game for the Atlanta defense. Damon Johnson makes that tackle. Loss of 8 on the play, so a big sack for Atlanta.
Well, now the key for them here is to try to stop Bentley from getting all those yards back. As you would remember on the last drive, that's what happened.
2 receivers right, single left. 4-man front with 2 linebackers for Atlanta. Wilson looks, throws down the middle of the field. There's a wide open zone down the middle, and you know who's there. Mike Daggs again down inside the red zone to the 14-yard line. And the Atlanta defense cannot catch a break tonight.
Well, you just know when someone has 7 catches, 7 targets, 93 yards, and hasn't dropped the ball yet, you know Matt Wilson's going to trust Mike Daggs to make that catch.
Plus a top player of the week nominee touchdown.
Let's not forget that.
Bentley hasn't had the greatest of nights, but he's done what he's needed to do. He picks up a yard, gets down to the 12-yard line. Fuentes makes the tackle on the safety blitz.
Has not looked the same since season 9. He's had a bit of a down season 10 here, and 11 didn't seem to be too different from 10, but he's still one of those dangers.
Las Vegas is in the red zone. We're going there next.
Out of the backfield.
And he has a touchdown tonight. Let's not forget. 55 seconds to go in the first quarter. Touchdown! Oh my goodness! Richard Montague out of nowhere fights through 3 defenders. Put it on the board. Mexico City has surpassed 30 points on the night.
Just gets right through with some aggressive pushing right there. He just muscles those defenders into the red.
Blocking. So this is the best Vegas Fury drive of the game. So if they can catch it in for 6, is going to be good news for them, at least to make this thing a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, time is not on their side, though. They definitely need to punch this in quick if they want to get back into this game. Redford up the middle, and he'll pick up 4. And he takes a licking there from this secondary in the Tallahassee defense. That was Michael Sprouse, part of those Sprouse brothers who comes up to make the hit.
Yeah, and he just destroyed Eaton, the linebacker number 50. Pushed him like 3 yards on his back. So, you know, Robert Redford is a very powerful running back, and we all know that.
They will go to the same formation. Handoff, Redford, left side. Redford stood up and dropped, only picks up a couple there to the 9, and the clock is just continuing to roll, and that's not what you want if you're the Fury down by this much.
Yeah, most definitely not, but still, you know, it's just getting in the end zone as soon as you possibly can, preferably obviously on this play. You know, it's a 3rd and 3, the ball at the 9-yard line, so, you know, this is where Blades and, you know, Funk, these guys need to show up, and they need to put some points on the board for their team.
Shotgun look, Rahman pressured, fires, and that is caught. Did he get in? Yes! It's going to be a touchdown for Las Vegas. It's caught by Marion Corbetti, and the Fury finally get in the end zone.
Yeah, that's a very good route. It's just a stop route, and he ran the route perfectly to get in the end zone as Thomas Rahman has his first touchdown of the game, and so does the Fury. And if you are in this situation here, 19 points, I will go for the 2 points to make.
Boy, just got it in. Let's go to Denver.
2:10 left in the 3rd quarter. Power I behind Miller. Going to go to McChesney to the left-hand side. Has some room. Gets across the line to gain for a 1st down. And inside the 5-yard line to the 3.
With Denver up 15 right now and Vegas down 19, the Nightwings could end up being the only undefeated team left heading into Week 5. Still a lot of time left. Rich Pratchard, Shan Varner continue with the call from Denver.
The Nightwings have gone to the left-hand side with McChesney a few times, and he's just had wide open road to play with out there. I formation behind Miller. 2 wide here at the 3-yard line. 1st down and goal. Going to McChesney to the right-hand side into the end zone. Touchdown, Nightwings.
Wow. That's McChesney's 15th attempt for 132 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Nightwings pouring it on. Let's go to Atlanta.
Pablo Zamora
Swarm fighting back.
Had to bring down and have another touchdown-saving tackle as Siege Falco finally broke free after one-on-one coverage.
That right there is just another just key play for Atlanta here early in the fourth that they really needed out of, you know, the siege and destroy engine that they have in Siege Falco there. If he does not, you know, make that grab and drops it like they have been earlier in the game, this would not have been a good spot for them.
Hand off Hollywood, he'll get 5 yards, and that's the one little bit of consistency they've had, as BDG Hollywood has almost 4 yards.
An update from Chicago. New Orleans got into the red zone but had to settle for yet another field goal. 14-9 Wildcats up. That game kind of reminds me of that playoff game between Chicago and Houston last year.
Really the time to really go to the running game.
10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Dunhill back to pass on 2nd and 5, goes to the near side. Boo Chisholm hauls it in for a 3-yard gain. 3rd down and 2 coming up. And let's do some quick chat shout-outs. Joshua Williams, Ace Ebb, Ashley Jackson, Pure 2K12, Siege Falco, Hollywood 34, I'm an effing problem, Mr. Gutty 117, and everybody else watching us on the SFL Network on YouTube. Thank you for tuning in tonight. It's 3rd down and 2. BDG Hollywood is in the backfield. Will they go to him here on 3rd and short? They didn't earlier in the game, and it cost him. And they're going to throw it again. Dunhill. He's going to look to the end zone, and he's going to find his receiver. Put it on the board. Jamal Wooding finally gets his touchdown.
After being denied on the last drive, he finally gets his just desserts here. Once again, cutting across the seam all alone. Makes a great cut on the post corner route there. No safety was there. No one was there. And it's an easy score for the Swarm.
Nobody picked up Wooding, and it was
so
up
Dunhill's
to
starting to
Daggs
find himself. You know who else is starting to find themselves? Las Vegas.
I mean,
they just got to stop and got the ball back. But only 4:39 left.
Speed to go deep and get a touchdown here quick. It's just a matter of whether they're gonna do it and whether the defensive line can give them the time and not get sacked again. Thomas Ramirez.
Rahman corner route, got it down the left sideline. It's time for pandemonium. Brett Funk is into the end zone, and Las Vegas strikes immediately.
Wow, and again, as I said, they have the speed, they have the core, they have the receivers, they have the quarterback. It's just the fact of the defensive line was playing so good all game long. They were not having time, but look at that. He catches the ball, and with his speed, he has a convoy right there to make a block, and they get in the paint. This is getting very interesting. This is a 2-possession game only. I will go for the 2 points again here just to make it a 10-point game. They will not. But, again, I think this is interesting. 4:30 left. There's still time left.
Michael Sprouse in the chat says, "I'll just walk home, guys." But I mean, he kind of looked like some baby back ribs on that play. He got a little smoked, but yeah. I'm sure he'll have an opportunity to try and come back.
So Vegas down just 11. That is interesting as that game is getting fun. You can follow us on social media. Stay in the loop with everything SFL by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter, and subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch pages. Don't forget that Instagram. If you like what you see, share your bits and subscribe to our channel. It means the world to us and to me. For subscribers, the Blitz continues. For everyone else, we'll be back after this short break. You're watching the SFL Blitz on the Twitch front page.
So you really have to recognize that and get the ball out faster. That is the 4th sack for the New Orleans Pharaohs.
King throwing the ball once again, batted down and incomplete. This New Orleans defense finally starting to step up and show their teeth here.
Yep, and they have to. They're still behind by a full score. So if New Orleans defense can't get the job done, they don't give their offense a chance to come out, find themselves, and reclaim this game. And I think New Orleans defense really prefers playing their ball with the lead.
So another 3rd and long, 5 wideouts this time for Chicago. Blitz is coming. He'll throw it deep down the field, and he's got his man all the way into the end zone as a touchdown for J.C. Torres. Another huge play for the Wildcats.
That is not the play call I was expecting here on this one, but J.C. Torres was wide open because I don't think the defense saw that coming either. He is all the way in behind the safeties there, and just nothing anybody can do once that decision is made to throw that ball. No safety is going to make up 6 yards on a wide receiver who has been led that expertly. E.T. King, a beautiful read on the defense and an even better throw to complete it.
This game's starting to get out of hand here a little bit. 20-9 pending the extra point to make it 21-9 in favor of the Wildcats, and that extra point is
How about
good.
Chicago bouncing back in a big way? Oklahoma City gets a stop. They're up 8 late the 3rd.
See if OKC will continue with their passing attack here on this drive.
Strong guy, tight end flex once again. Defense in the 43 defense. Like they want to bring pressure. No, they only bring 4. Nickens steps up in the pocket, throws a bomb down the field, and he got Prashon, and he's off to the races. 20, 15, 10 feet. Don't fail me now. That's across Hollywood Boulevard. Touchdown. OKC in the Renegades.
Am I experiencing deja vu? That was the same play that got them their first 7 points in this game.
If
a
it ain't
nice
broke,
pass.
Don't fix it. You're absolutely right.
Exactly.
This was just a double move, and he lost Hoffman.
Hoffman just basically lost track of
Oklahoma
Rich
City
Pratcher as
is
he
killing
beat him.
it through the air tonight. Take a look at what just happened in Denver.
In this game.
Dallas punts it away here on 4th down, and that will bounce into the end zone. They could have, if they would have got back there, and coverage team would have got back there, they could have stopped that inside the 10.
Yeah, and gave Denver some hard running room there.
So 1st down and 10, Denver throwing 20-yard line after the touchback. 9:37 left in this one.
New Orleans and Atlanta are both now in the red
And
zone.
we're
We'll
back in
get
the
there as soon as
shotgun
possible.
for Josh Miller.
Check this out.
2 to the left,
Happened
one
about
to the
60
right.
seconds ago.
And he's going to throw it. Sits in the pocket. Intercepted. Back to the 10, the 5. Touchdown, E.K. Vinson. And again, we've talked about momentum, and maybe this is the spark and Dallas needs. If they're going to get back into it, they need something like this.
Yeah, well, Eric Vinson.
How often do you see a linebacker with a pick six?
To see where they were, and he just didn't really necessarily care for that. Ray Bentley's a very, free, easygoing guy, so he just does.
First quarter, and think about how different this game might have been if Hollywood would have scored on the first drive and put Mexico City down 7-0, in the first 5 minutes of the ball game. But can't really think about that now, as we've got just over 5 minutes left to go here from Atlanta. Dunhill looks to throw. Dunhill pressure. Dunhill tries to escape, but down he goes. Another sack for Mexico City defense. Mauricio Zitza picks up his second sack of the game. Or sorry, that's Romero on the tackle. Alan Romero.
3rd and goal from the 10. Scoreboard updates quickly. Oklahoma City on top of San Francisco 34-19. Tallahassee beating Vegas 31-20. New Orleans and Chicago's 21-9 Wildcats.
3rd and goal from the 10 to the end zone, knocked away. Fantastic defensive performance again for the Mexico City defense. Han Tuyumi, haven't called his name much tonight. The rookie's mostly been on an island against Siege Falco, but that time he comes up big, prevents the touchdown, and forces the extra point unit onto the field unless Atlanta decides to stick with the offense here. We'll see what they want to do, and the kicking unit is out. Alex Kidd going to try to attempt his second field goal of the game.
I think this is mildly okay. It puts them within 2 possessions. You know, they only need 2 scores after this.
Kick is up and right down Main Street from 26 yards. Mexico City's lead has dwindled somewhat here in the fourth quarter. It's 34-20. Only a 14-point game, you're right. A 2-touchdown game. Would still be a minor miracle for the Swarm to come back into this one, but we'll see how it goes. You know, Wilson throws another pick. Oh, here's an onside kick. Wasn't expecting that. It's easily picked up by the Mexico City Aztecs. Misa Hirose was there to grab it, and what do you think about that call, Levant? Too early?
It was a nice cheeky little attempt there, but they just didn't execute. But now they really put themselves in a bad spot, giving Mexico City this much field position. So yeah, I would think so, yes.
Hand off Bentley. He breaks one tackle and gets 5 yards. It takes
Let's go back to Chicago here just for a moment.
This will be the 4th field goal attempt here by Zach, partner of the SFL. Media
New
Tech
Orleans
Institutes.
in need of a big stop right now.
For diploma programs, turn your passion into your profession. 1st and 10 from the 32 for the Wildcats. King with time, and he's got an open receiver towards the far sideline. That's Torres again, who had the big touchdown catch earlier, and he's up over 100 yards.
You know, well past 100 yards now, and 0 misses so far, having a tremendous day back there. And E.T. King, as much as he struggled last week, he has...
We have our first final score of the night. Tallahassee has defeated Las Vegas 31-20. Just too little too late for the Fury. The Fury are knocked off their unbeaten perch. They're now 2-1. Tallahassee ends a 2-game losing streak. They're now 1-2. Big win for the Pride on the road to turn their season around. Back to Chicago.
Orleans 47. King in the gun. He'll throw again. Shuffling in the pocket. He'll throw to the near sideline. And they will call that a catch. I thought he was out of bounds. No matter, as it's only a gain of 1. As Willis not able to keep the feet in bounds for long.
Yeah, that throw needs to come out a little bit earlier because Willis has a ton of space in front of him there. So if that ball comes out faster, he can get that thing turned up the field and make that an 8, 9, 12-yard gain instead of just 1 yard.
3 wide receivers for King to work with this time, and he's going to throw deep to one of them. He's got it! Out to the 14-yard line into the SFL red zone. What a play there by E.T. King to Buchanan Simons.
Yeah, Buchanan Simons.
C. Pundy, Eric Vincent, and Gus Schultz on the call in Chicago.
Player in this passing game. That's only his 2nd catch on 5 targets so far. But 2 catches and 51 yards means that when they call his number and he can haul it in, he is coming up very big for them.
And there's just nothing the Sparrows defense can do to stop this attack that the Wildcats have right now. All the momentum in Chicago's favor as New Orleans has been highly erratic on offense tonight. 1st and 10 from the 14. High snap. King gets it down. He'll check it down short over the middle of the field. He's got Shan Varner, who had a long touchdown pass himself earlier today. And he'll make it out to the 8-yard line of New Orleans.
And we haven't heard much from Varner in a while. That's only his 3rd catch. But because the connection has been so strong with Torres and Sims and all the yards that Willis has picked up, they really haven't needed their veteran tight end as much.
Hand off to Willis. Willis keeping the legs churning, and he'll get marked just shy of the 1st down marker. It'll be a 3rd and 1 coming up here from the 5.
And I thought he'd pick that one up there as he kind of surges over the line there at the last second. But the referee's got a better view of that than I do. So we'll go with his call. And a crucial 3rd down stop if you're New Orleans. You can't let them score another touchdown.
Got to get off the field here if you're New Orleans, and they will, it looks like, as they stop Willis in the backfield. Great play by the veteran Aaron Arrington getting in there, making the stop.
Yep, just a tremendous push from their defensive line to blow that run up in the backfield, and they have to blow it up.
Cole Varner just nailed his third field goal of the night. Another one from deep. That puts Mexico City up 37-20. Under 2 minutes to go. It's going to be hard for Atlanta to come back. Like Vegas, just too little too late for the Swarm tonight, but they're battling.
8 touchdowns.
So we'll see Jesus Garcia here from about 23. They'll mark it at 22 as he does boot it up and through his first field goal attempt on the evening.
Yeah, the first field goal attempt of the evening coming in the 4th down means their offensive core.
San Francisco in OKC territory.
The number one threat for the San Francisco Sharks.
And I think the offense of San Francisco need to continue to rely on this connection between Thomas and Burnham because it's been working so far for them.
And Manning was open on a deep corner post to the top of the field. I guess Thomas didn't see him.
All right. Hey, how about this?
Trying to.
What a play in Denver as Dallas puts the Night Wings right on the goal line with a punt.
You know,
this has got to be their last stand here. 5:38 to go.
The second half.
Safety would make it a 2-score game.
We'll see if the Dallas defense can come up with a big play here. The entire Denver offense is in the end zone. Up under center, Josh Miller is going to go to McChesney to the right-hand side. He gets out of the end zone, breaks a tackle out across the 20 to the 25, still going to the 35 to the 40, across midfield, still moving. It's a foot race now. Good block there, and into the end zone. McChesney with a 100-yard run from line of scrimmage for the touchdown.
Right now, McChesney has 16 attempts for 232 yards and 3 touchdowns. This is probably the first time we've seen a 200-yard plus game.
Shacker 3 said it best. Season. Oh my goodness.
When we get a good ever scroll block of the game.
Back to Atlanta.
10 from the Atlanta 40. 3 receivers right, 2 to the left, 5 wide formation. Dunhill throws deep down the field, caught by Falco. There he goes, breaks a tackle at the 30, down to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Put it on the board. Touchdown Atlanta, and I will not be getting to my point that I wanted to make earlier because Siege Falco just styled all over the Mexico City defense.
Well, that's your answer right there. That's what they really needed to do. I don't know what the question was, but Falco had an answer for you, and it's a touchdown.
By the way, Jared McChesney's 100-yard run just then, that is an SFL record.
60 yards for the score for Siege Falco to make it a 10-point game with 1:09 to go. Atlanta still has 2 timeouts here. So the upcoming onside kick will be really, really important. Once again, I'm your play-by-play commentator, Michael Trillo. Levant Mercer has been joining me in the booth for this one. It's been a fun game as we set up for this onside kick, which will pretty much decide the fate of this here ball game. Alex Kidd to kick. Kidd spins it down to the 40. It's dove for and recovered by Mexico City. It was close, but Jamie Hernandez picked it up. And the SFL is proudly sponsored by...
So back here to SFL headquarters just for a moment here in the mothership. Just a quick recap of action that's going on right now. Tallahassee has won. Chicago just got another stop. They're up 24-12 with 6 minutes to go. Dallas, I'm watching right now live, just fumbled down 25. So the Lobos' struggles tonight with holding onto the ball continue. Atlanta is not going to have enough time to come back against Mexico City. Oklahoma City and San Francisco right now is 34-22. That game is pretty wild. We're going to take just a moment. If you missed it earlier in the night, this is worth a watch. our first episode of Making an Impact web series. It is Matt Wilson, and this is his story.
So I'm Matt Wilson. I'm from around Rochester, New York. I'm 37 years old, and I do a little everything in this league. I started out as a player. I'm a co-owner of the Mexico City Aztecs. I'm on the broadcast team as a color analyst. I think that's it, but quite a few duties in the league. I always wanted to play football. I was one of the guys, I would try to play football in the wheelchair. I remember in high school, I was playing fullback or sitting in the backfield, and a quarterback threw an interception. This is in gym class, so seriously I take it. The guy's running down the sidelines. I parked right in front of him. As soon as he hit it, he hit the chair and he did a front flip. The ball popped out. Our team picked up and scored. The guy's writhing on the ground, crying almost. And the PE teacher goes, "Nice tackle, Wilson." So I'm always super competitive at everything I do. Being in the hospital, I was in the hospital for over 6 months in one stretch. 2 surgeries, almost died a couple times. 8 months old, I almost died. I have a tumor in my spinal cord that's fused into it. And they did a reduction surgery that saved my life. I had to go to Canada to have it done. It wasn't approved in the United States yet. And if I hadn't had that surgery, I would be dead or a vegetable by now.
Everyone can't make it to the sports leagues, and we would love to hear our name called, and he's unable to perform, in sports and so forth. And hearing his story, it's very, very touching and so forth. When I first heard it, I cried myself, because I can't imagine, being in that position, not being able to move any of my own limbs. So my hat's tipped off to Matt, and he has been around for quite some time. He's a very, very strong individual, and Matt is a really, really good person.
It's just the whole atmosphere, the excitement. Think of your player being called, running down the field, scoring that last-minute touchdown in overtime, and your whole team just loves you, and the chat goes crazy. It's an atmosphere. It's a different type of atmosphere, but it's a very special one at that.
2nd and 10 at the 25. Wilson steps up in the pocket. Wilson across his body. What a throw! That's what Hall of Famers are made of!
It's like the fact that I'm in this chair and the fact that I'm able to do this, it kind of makes it feel just like a little bit normal. And the fact that, Matt broke into the league before I did. And his story, as told in the first documentary, I think definitely made an impression on a lot of people, but it especially made me, because I could empathize with what he was feeling in terms of his emotions and how he was feeling about the fact that his body may be physically, it might not be as good, but his mind was still as good, and the fact that he got such enjoyment out of this. And you saw it in the Hall of Fame speech. You could tell he was on another planet.
I'm just so thankful to be here, and that they accept me for who I am, and they appreciate me and sometimes off sense of humor. And it's just, I don't know, it feels more like a family than anything else, and extended family, and one I'm very proud to be a part of.
Awesome stuff. Matt Wilson, Colin Northrup, Damond Simeon. Let's go to San Francisco, where the Renegades have a 1st and goal off of a defensive holding call.
I'm going to call it the 1. And here's a 7-step drop by Nickens. Nickens throws a lane duck, and that pass is deflected away. Marcus LaCroix comes away with that pass deflection. And
great job.
Go ahead, T-Roy.
No, I'll say that was a great job by LaCroix there.
Mexico City has beaten Atlanta 37-27. Denver has put up 41 tonight on Dallas.
Doyle. No, Nickens on another 7-step drop. Throws the same pass play, same deflection by DeCroy.
Well, you gotta admire OKC's persistence with the pass here. I'm shocked Doyle has not gotten the ball as the ball carrier on this one. They are pulling a Seattle Seahawks moment right now.
Same formation. And the defense has everyone on the line. It's looks like they're in the 46 defense. And there's another me Undies Laundry on the play. That pass is deflected away this time. That is by Hoffman. Let's see if they call another hold on Hoffman. Or illegal hands to the face.
It is on him again.
And it's on Hoffman again.
Oh, no.
4 holding penalties on Hoffman this game alone.
I hate to throw shade on Hoffman, but I wonder if this is an SFL record for getting holding calls called on one person. It's like you said, it was a
Holy Toledo. Let's go to Chicago, where the Wildcats just did this. Actually, we got to back it up just a second.
1:59 left to go.
Incredible. I am rushing so far.
We'll see one more play before the quick 2-minute warning. Fully expect to see another handoff here, as it is another Willis handoff and another Willis touchdown.
I am in shock and awe at the blocking on this one, and then Willis lowering the shoulder through all of those tackle attempts.
Show it to me, Gus.
An incredible run for him, and another touchdown for Chicago. That surely is the icing on the cake.
Is San Francisco in the end zone yet?
The 7-step drop right by Nickens. Nickens steps up in the pocket and Nickens is sacked.
You gotta be kidding me.
My goodness. It's Jason Ranger once again.
And it's definitely been morphin' time for that Ranger right there. Another sack by him. Can OKC get a touchdown, or can San Francisco convert in spite of the holding penalties? Can they stop him here?
Trisha Drury says, hand the ball off, please. Another strike down the middle of the field, and that pass is incomplete as it's deflected away by Toby Cuffman, the inside linebacker of the Sharks. And they're going to bring on the field goal unit. They're going to try to kick this thing away.
Chicago just got a pick. That's going to ice that one.
This drive is about to come to an end. I'm still shocked that OKC did not hand the ball off to him.
And
but
this is going to be a 24-yard field goal. No, make that a 32, 31. I had 24, right? Yeah. See?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
When you start overthinking it, you know.
See, if you would have kept your first guess, it would have been like The Price is Right, closest to the number about going over.
Yeah, I said 24 at first, then I said, wait a minute, did I add the 7? See, I was thinking if I add the 7 this time, you know.
Hey, man, I'm not good at this in terms of figuring out the distance for a field.
So 5:47 to go in the fourth there. Games are winding down. So if you're new to the SFL, what is this that you're watching? The SFL is the first controllerless esport in the world. Our team coaching staffs represent our competitive gamers. Teams submit game plans to the league prior to the AI versus AI simulation you are watching carry out before you. What can you be in this league? You can be a player, coach, general manager, team owner, broadcaster, statistician, writer, scout, anything that involves being a part of our football community. Get out of the chat and onto the field. Become a legend. Okay, some quick updates for you here as we welcome you back here into the SFL studios momentarily. Welcome back to the mothership. So Denver is on top. I'm watching here in my very wide display here of monitors as this has been a crazy fun night. We hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as we have. Denver's all over Dallas, 41-13, but Dallas has the ball with 1:41 left. Chicago's going to beat New Orleans 31-12. Pharaohs played much better game than that, but they just have not been able to get touchdowns. San Francisco now has the ball in Oklahoma City territory, 37-22. And I believe, let's see, we got a third down in Dallas or in Denver. Let's see if Dallas can do anything, and then we'll pop back in for the conclusion of this Sharks and Renegades contest.
I'm not sure at this point, Rich.
1:37 left on the clock. Dallas with no timeouts left. They trail 41-13. They're trying to get back on the board just to make this respectable. Completes on the post route out to midfield is Tristan Carr. Brings up first down at 10. And hurry up offense. Trips to the right, one to the left. Lewandula drops back. Throws to the right, going deep, incomplete.
You know, he's really finding some good yardage over the middle behind that one single linebacker. I think if Dallas would really exploit that, back and score some points in this drive.
Hold on just a second now.
Most of their success there in the middle.
What's going on in San Francisco?
OKC forgot about Burnham on that play.
I totally agree with you. I would go for the.
Let's wind that back.
Give Burnham.
We got to see this
shotgun
again.
formation for the
Rewind
Sharks.
technology.
Zulu in the backfield. And Thomas got this man.
There we
And
go.
here's Burnham. And Burnham is down to the 5-10. Touchdown, Sharks. Give Burnham 6 more on the day.
That's his second touchdown. That'll get San Francisco closer. If I were them, I'll be going for 2 to make this a 7-point deficit. Nice job. Looks like the double move. No, he was just straight up wide open. OKC forgot about Burnham on that play.
I totally agree with you. I would go for the 2-point conversion.
I don't know if
Dallas
I'd take a
is on
chance
the 2.
Sandlin. They're having some good success. Maybe a swing pass out of the backfield, maybe.
The defense, maybe in a cover 3 or, going back, not playing man here. Plays man's here, and Dallas dumps it off. It could be a sack for a loss.
Chicago beat New Orleans 31-12. That's now a final.
High formation.
3 games down.
Sandlin dot in the eye, back in the back, dropping back to throw, looking into the end zone. Complete touchdown. Junior, senior the third.
Where was that?
Or no, that wasn't. I saw that 6 and assumed it was him, but that was the fullback.
It's a lot of trust in your fullback to.
Yeah. Mo Motley, the fullback.
All right, so Dallas makes something out of it. Good for the Lobos to try to save face. San Francisco ended up taking just the 1 point. They'll go for 2 later, you would assume, if they have an opportunity to do so. It's now an 8-point game in San Francisco. There's still 4:54 left.
Team by going backwards a little bit.
Sit back and relax.
We'll see what OKC does here.
As this may be our final call of the night.
Give Doyle the ball. Come on, OKC. Give him the ball.
2-step drop by Nickens. Nickens throws the swing pass to Doyle, and Doyle is lit up. Chad Guy, the outside linebacker, on the coverage.
Nice open field tackle by Guy there. OKC, that's not what I meant. When I said give Doyle the ball, I meant as a ball carrier, not as a receiver. Second long for them.
Denver recovers the onside kick. That game will be final momentarily. Nightwings move to 4-0. This is your final game of the night.
In the strong eye tight end flex formation. Nickens on a 7-step drop. Dumps it off to Doyle once again. Doyle's on the mid move and nothing moves. Stop behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 14. Give it up for the San Francisco defense as they're trying to stop the OKC offense now, T.Y.
Yep, they're doing a great job. I wonder if they will call a timeout. They should have called timeouts because the clock is melting away. If they don't stop them here, this is going to be basically a devastating drive for San Francisco's D.
And Nickens tries to go for it all, and he does.
He caught it.
My goodness, Mama, you're not going to believe what I just saw. I saw a man flying. His name is Rich Pratchett.
should we call him Superman? Because that's what he did. He did a Superman diving catch on that play. And once again, unfortunately, Hoffman is on the losing end of a great Rich Patrick catch.
You go, Damon. Get your hashtag on the front
Hoffman
page.
The Blues all game long, and that play there just about does it. But hey, it's still 3 minutes and 18 seconds left in this ball game. San Francisco still has the 2-minute warning in their pocket as well to stop the clock. So I don't think they should call a timeout anytime soon until OKC gets another first down. Nickens on a 7-step drop, gets pressured, and he's brought down.
Sack.
Didi Soch comes away with a sack.
Great job as OKC's old linemen were the swinging gate on that play. Unusual for them because they've been given game. 2nd and 21. Man, that's a long way to get that first.
11-yard loss on the play, T-Roy. Clock is still ticking, 2:46 and declining.
Well, that's one thing OKC's doing. They're doing a great job burning this clock.
Ronnie Nickens, 572 yards on the day. Calling the signal underneath the center. Takes another 7-step drop. Dumps it off to Doyle this time.
We're actually a little bit behind live action. We're going to join him at the 2-minute warning.
He's been waiting to have a game like this. He's been performing well today.
Strong out tight end flex, 7-step drop here by Nickens. Nickens throws off his back foot, and that pass is intercepted. It is by Hoffman.
What a play.
Hoffman finally redeems himself after 4 holding calls against him after giving up 268 yards to Prashad. He comes away with his first INT of the game.
And Damon was a sign of a great cornerback. They have short-term memory. They're able to block off the bad plays and still come up with a game-saving play there. Great job by Hoffman, giving his team a chance to tie it up here with 1:53.
Hashtag making impact with Quip and other SFL sponsors. We may be in for a wild one here. 1:51 left in the game. There's an out route to the top of the field pass intended for Burnham that was deflected away.
And number 26 there had a chance to pick it off himself. Decided to go with the sure pat down instead of the INT. 2nd and 10. Would that come back to hot OKC there? We'll see.
2nd and 10 for San Francisco. As we're in the Bay Area. Gabriel Manning, the number 1 receiver for this offense, down to the bottom of the field, has yet to reach the end zone. There's an out route to Manning. He makes the reception. No, they're going to say he's out of bounds. I think there's going to be a challenge from the booth because he was in.
He looked like he was in. You only need 1 foot to complete a catch in bounds here in the SFL, but the booth's not challenging it. San Francisco will have to convert.
No, they're not challenging it at all.
Play of the game right here.
3rd and 10 for San Francisco at OKC's 48-yard line. They need the first down here. And there's a bomb down the middle of the field, and guess who it is? It's Burnham. What a catch.
Burnham had again with a nice catch. And I actually kind of like in San Francisco's clock management because if they score a touchdown here, they'll give OKC potentially little time to answer. And maybe we'll go to overtime. We'll see.
2-step drop here by Thomas. Throws an out route to Burnham to the top of the field. And Burnham gets out of bounds and that stops the clock at 1:13. Take that back. There's not Burnham. It was Jackson.
You're watching the conclusion of the SFL Blitz that's been going on for the last couple of hours.
Catch of today's game.
I'm in SFL headquarters. We'll recap the night here in a moment. Right now, you're watching San Francisco driving, trying to tie the game potentially against OKC.
It's Jackson's 3rd reception. Shotgun formation. And there's a strike down the middle of the field. To the sideline, and that is Gabriel Manning as he celebrates, does the short bite, And we are almost close to a tie ball game here with that touchdown pass from Thomas. This rookie is putting on a show. Let Deacon Nickens know that, hey, you're not the only one who can throw touchdown passes, senior.
And his second INT couldn't come at a worse time. San Francisco was able to convert that to 6, but can they make this 2-point conversion and tie this game up?
They are going for the 2-point conversion. I don't think this is I do think this is good. And they hand it off from the shotgun and nothing doing. That's going to do it there unless they kick the onside kick and get it. Ogun Zulu was unable to get inside the end zone on the 2-point conversion. Handoff from the shotgun just does not work in this.
I think you have said this plenty of times. I know our fellow commentator Matt Wilson said it as well. 1 out of 1,000 attempts that works? Well,
absolutely.
That wasn't the one.
Here's the onside kick, takes a big bounce, and OKC got the return.
Bad bounce on that kick, Damon.
It was a bad bounce. What a game, T-Roy. I mean, outstanding for San Francisco to fight all the way back to bring it to a two-point game here. Now, they still have these 2 timeouts. But I'm not sure if that's going to be able to work in their favor.
Now, unless a miracle can happen.
And here's the best-looking formation in football history, the victory formation, as Deacon Nickens takes the knee, but San Fran does call the timeout.
Yeah, they only got 1 more timeout left, so OKC should be able to burn out the clock after this play right here.
There's another knee by Nickens.
San Francisco going to need a miracle once they get the ball back. They should get it with probably, 15 seconds left in this game.
They get it. They may get it in about 20, 25 seconds or so. They're going to take the knee here.
So after punt, just about 20 seconds left. Anything can happen though in the SFL.
You're right about that.
Same 20 seconds can be an eternity here in this league.
If you're new to the SFL, we'll get you caught up one more time before we get off the air tonight. We've got 3 games tomorrow on our YouTube channel, and we're live on Twitch every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night at /SimulationFL.
They snapped it right at the 2-second mark on the play clock. And look at the hang time on this thing. My goodness.
Great hang time.
And San Fran's going to get it with 20 seconds left on the clock. So what do you think, T-Roy? Should they go straight out Hail Mary here or try to get a strike down the field?
I'll go trips and see if they can confuse them.
Yeah.
Well, they do have trips formation right now.
There's a trip to the top of the field along with the tight end. Gabriel Manning down to the bottom of the field by himself. Empty formation, the shotgun. And there's Gabriel Manning. Picks up the first down and more. 13 seconds left on the clock. They need to spike it. 10 seconds.
Hurry.
6 seconds. 5. There's a spike there by Thomas.
All right, this is it, Damon.
5 seconds on the clock. Ball is at the 36-yard line of San Francisco. This is going to be a long Hail Mary pass. And I'm not sure if this young man can throw the ball.
We'll see how good.
Yards.
Yeah.
Well, he might. I know Randall Cunningham can. That joker there can throw a 70 plus. There's Thomas. There's the bomb. And it's reflected. Almost picked off by none other than Jam. And that's the ball game, people. The Oklahoma City Renegades comes into San Francisco with the victory, 37-35.
And look at this stat.
So Oklahoma City gets the 37-35 victory. Welcome back into the SFL studios, the SFL mothership. I am the SFL Commissioner Cameron Irvine, and what a night this has been. 5 games going on all at one time. We saw Atlanta try their best in the second half, but fall to Mexico City. We saw Chicago clamp down in the red zone and defeated New Orleans. And in fact, we're going to get some photos of tonight's action on the screen just so you can see what all happened across the league. We saw Jared McChesney set a record 100-yard run against Dallas as Denver blew out the Lobos 41-20. Las Vegas too little too late against Tallahassee. Funk had a big touchdown late. Jack Brown had an interception tonight. Shout out to Jack Brown. And these are all real people that I keep just rattling off here. I know them all by heart. There's McChesney getting it done. That's actually Denzel Maverick on the defensive front, who had 5 tackles for loss tonight for the Lobos. Jared Willis was so clutch. Chicago, who lost 38-3 last week, bounces back in a big way to improve to 3-1. Mike Daggs, year of a tight end, baby, man. He has been outstanding. Look at that one-handed grab over double coverage there for Mexico City and many, many others. So if you're new to the SFL, what is the SFL? Well, we'll do the best we can to give you that answer, and we'll do so right now.
Dr. Sim, owner and player of the Houston Hyenas. I am 38 years old.
I'm Liam Prasser, I'm 24 years old, and I'm from Hastings, East Sussex in the United Kingdom.
I'm Dwayne Schindler. I'm 50 years old. I live in Delray Beach, Florida.
I am Jack Brown. I am age 16 and I'm from Metro Detroit, Michigan.
I'm so sweaty and Merced. I'm 24 from Miami, Florida.
So I'm Matt Wilson. I'm from around Rochester, New York. I'm 37 years old.
Bringing people together through any sort of media or medium is important because it allows us to connect with people that we wouldn't have met before.
To be honest with you, I think they're going to take over the NFL. I seriously think it.
I played defense in high school, so I actually played linebacker when I played football, so it's cool for me to kind of be on the defensive side of things again and, being able to play linebacker again.
I played all the way up to Division III football, so I know football. I love football. So for me to come here and do this, it makes sense. But the SFL is so much more than just football, guys.
It feels to the fans like you're watching a real game on TV.
You got control of your player. If you think your player needs to have better hands, you can make that adjustment. You think your player needs to work on speed or be a power runner, okay? You can make that adjustment. And that's something that you can do with fantasy football because in real life, you're just going by how they perform. So if they have a bad day, then there's nothing you can do about it.
To strategize against these guys is very difficult. All the things that transpire from week to week can change instantly.
SFL as a whole has been my outlet since I stopped coaching 3.5 years ago.
It's really been an awesome platform for people to kind of say, hey, this is how the world sees me. Let me reinvent myself. Let me gain confidence in the digital world. And I think the SFL has really helped people grow outside of the league.
To be in my own element with people that basically have the same mindset as I do, at least in this arena. We all want to win, but we're all respectful to each other, even in competition. Rare these days. To me, that's awesome.
This is an avenue for anybody, and that's what's amazing about this project.
We make good football people, but beyond that, we just help people become the good people that they already are.
Just loving every minute of being in the SFL.
So back here in headquarters, that is it. We are the SFL. We're going to try to get our play of the night, my game ball, queued up here.
I'm Damon Simeon.
Oh, Damon, always trying to get in the way. It was a fantastic play, and I'm not sure we are going to be able to get it this early after the broadcast has ended. But my game ball, unfortunately, can't show the play, but the 100-yard touchdown from McChesney, that play was unbelievable. He had over 200 yards rushing tonight. Denver got the big win. Matthew Lee recovered a fumble. They were all over the place. Actually forced 2 fumbles tonight. And Denver gets the win, and Jared McChesney gets my game ball. Who knows? Maybe he'll be player of the week. Harry's player of the week later on this week on social media. Well, for all of us at the Simulation Football League, I tell you what, guys, this takes a lot from a lot of people. We're going to play some credits just to give everybody the recognition that they deserve. But just a phenomenal night. I can't thank everybody enough who worked all across the world to make tonight's broadcast possible. And we're going to leave you with that. For all of us at the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music, chat shout-outs to Look Alive 24, Neon Killer, Shacker 3, Exploding Llamas, new guy in there, welcome to you as well, HWJ 1512, Curtis, Vancouver Legion, Nug Packs, Tulsa Desperados, C Pundy, everybody in the SFL. We'll see you on Discord and on our website when it eventually stops crashing because too many people are on it. Love it. This has been the presentation of the Simulation Football League SFL Network on Twitch TV on the front page. Good night from our headquarters in the Lone Star State. The following has been a special presentation of the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music.